What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Again, Tyrese goes viral for all the wrong reasons. If he's not crying about an ex-wife or a baby mama or saying that he wants to be Latino, he's just crying about anything to get attention. He's a very talented man. He's probably the second most talented black man in the world besides Jimmy Fox. But the guy just can't stop. In my honest opinion, he just can't stop. So Tyrese has a racial discrimination lawsuit against Home Depot. Why is that? Well, Tyrese came by Home Depot. He was buying some things, not him personally, but he had some employees buying some things from him with his credit card. Now, they're trying to use the credit card, and I guess it happened a few times. And the lady working at Home Depot was like, look, you're not Tyrese. We can't swipe the card. So the person was like, all right, look, we can just call Tyrese and you can, video call him. Well, that could also be a scam because it could be AI, you don't know. So the lady's like, look, we can't do that. It's not going to happen. Tyrese goes into Home Depot, makes a scene, basically he's doing all of this. He's calling about racism. He put this whole clip out there, and now Tyrese is suing them for $1 million. Now, if that was the other way around, the credit card gets charged, okay? And Tyrese says, I didn't give them authorization, they would be sued. That employee would be fired, okay? And I want to talk about this whole situation because, Home Depot is now asking depositions. They're saying that, hey, we need protective orders against certain employees. But I want to talk about this in terms of the women in the community who notice men like Tyrese. I want to talk to you, ladies. I'm not blaming you personally for men like Tyrese. But do you like these men who are like Tyrese? Men who are over emotional, hyper masculine, men who don't have any ability to solve problems. Don't you just hate being in relationships with little boys like that? You don't like it, right? Guys who are they're men, but let me just say to some of you ladies, you will say they even act worse than women. You might even use that terminology. Not to say that women act anyway, but you might use the terminology. They're more feminine than women are. Most women don't want a man like Tyrese. He's emotional. He doesn't have good qualities. He's not a leader. Can't stand a guy like Tyrese. My question to you is, what kind of man do you feel is the opposite? Oh, he's masculine. He's stoic in his, approach. He doesn't let those small things bother him. Then, what kind of situation produces a guy like that? Because you've all dealt with guys like that. Guys who have money, guys you might think who look good, but they're emotional, they break down. Oh yeah. It needs to be guys that come from systems where there are men around, right? Guys who are responsible, guys who are accountable, guys who don't have any excuses. And I know you're tired of hearing these excuses from guys, right? Yeah. That means you need men to raise these men to become the men that you need for your own daughters and whoever else. But if you don't have these men, you're going to get more guys like Tyrese or worse. Yeah, I know we love to big up people for being blessed and they have enough money they can take care of their kid. But what we don't see is they might be functional. Sure, Tyrese is functional. He makes a lot of money. Tyrese is functional, pays a lot of taxes. He's talented. But man, he's an emotional wreck, isn't he? You never want to be in a friendship or relationship with a person like that because he's a broken man. Tyrese is broken. And the reason why he's a broken man is because he's not been around men. That's why. And the more that you want men who are not going around acting like this, is the more you need men in the house. Women have to see value in the men in the community. We are producing so many hyper masculine young men like Tyrese who are worse, and it terrorizes women in relationships because they're not, and it's not their fault. If you're a young woman and coming up in the black community, you're a 19-year-old sister, you're 20 years old, 21, you come out of college. Does that mean that you deserve to deal with a nut like Tyrese? No. No woman needs to be stuck with a guy like that. But that's what's happening. These women are encountering these black men all around Black America. And then once it happens, they don't ever talk about his environment. They talk about him, which is true because he has a choice. But would you not say the environment has helped him become who he is? If you want to be a quarterback in the NFL, wouldn't it be great to have some coaching, great coaching? Wouldn't it be great to have an idol you can look up to? The best quarterback that we know is Tom Brady. Then we would say Peyton Manning. Guess what? Fathers are there, married. Michael Jordan's parents, married. There's not one athlete today that will be considered the GOAT in any sport where there's no father or mother there. LeBron might be close. He's not Jordan. It's something about a man and a woman being together in a house that creates a certain level of stability for a man or a woman. And that's something that we are being exposed. We have Tyrese out in the community running around, running amok, and we try to blame him. And yes, he is to blame, right? But not every black man is going to go out and get some mentorship and get some help. These young men need good men in their lives from day one. Otherwise, you get Tyrese. Otherwise, you get these other guys out there who don't have any emotional control. They can't control. They cannot problem solve. They cannot think right. They cannot build friendships, and they cannot take care of women. They make women's lives harder. They don't know how to select good women. They don't know how to do any goddamn thing right. They go out on these rants, wanting attention, seeking destruction, because they don't have men. It's the truth. So how often are we going to lie about this? How often are we not going to tell the truth about this? This guy is going around here being unaccountable. Everybody knows you can't go into Home Depot, sending somebody your own credit card, unless you've told the people there before. No, you can't do that. No accountability. This is what the men are becoming, and the ladies are calling it out. They are tired of guys like this, but you got to have inputs in to make the kind of men that you want to see. You want to see women that are not like Sexy Red? I agree with this. You got to have men in the community invested, wanting to change the dynamics. Takes work. Takes work. You don't want to see Sexy Reds everywhere, Pookies and Reds everywhere. It takes work on both ends to create what you want to see. Black men and black women. It takes work. Because otherwise, this is what you get when you don't have any investment in your people in your community. You get people like Tyrese. People who will destroy themselves and everybody else along with them. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again with an episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate it for all you do. Heard the bell. We're out.